So I've been practicing almost 5 years now in Rowland Heights, California. I'm the medical director of Envision Eye Centers in Rowland Heights, where I run a large LASIK and cataract refractive practice. So I came to practice in Rowland Heights, California because that's where my hometown is. I grew up there, went to high school there. So after training in Boston, Florida, I knew I wanted to be back home in sunny Southern California where my family was. And my husband happened to also be from the same area, so both of us wound up finding jobs in that area. I first found out about my job through a recruiter, actually. After training, I looked through multiple website postings, but I found that recruiters really knew what I wanted, and they were also able to provide me with connections to the area that I want to be in, because again, geography and being close to my hometown was really important to me. And so this recruiter introduced this opportunity of this large refractive practice going on sale, and I heard that it was in my hometown, so I went ahead and invested and bought the practice, and now I'm the medical owner there. So probably the biggest challenge for me during the job search process was finding that ideal perfect job. A lot of the job opportunities available aren't actually publicly advertised, and they're kept on the down low. And so it's really up to you to look for opportunities through people that you know, through word of mouth. And I found that that was the best way to find a job position that really checked the boxes that I was looking for, especially being in my hometown and the area where I wanted to be. I think the one thing that was most helpful for me during the job search process was starting early. So many times you think that you can start looking just a few months ahead and you'll find your ideal job, but to be honest, it can take years sometimes. And so there's really no harm, and actually it's to your advantage to start early on, even in residency. That way you can make connections and actually learn about some opportunities that might be opening up down the road, maybe 1 or 2 years later when you graduate. And then you can also start setting up some of these interviews at national meetings or conferences while you're still in training. And so again, that gives you a lot more options when it finally comes for time for you to graduate and start that new job. You've already done the legwork and you have a competitive advantage over some of your colleagues. So for residents who are beginning the job search process, in addition to starting as early as possible, I would say sit down and make a list of your priorities and what you're looking for in your job. It's probably not possible to find a job that actually checks all your boxes, but I think if you can come up with probably your top 3 priorities, whether it's location or the type of practice, and just focus on finding something that fulfills that criteria, I think you'll be more successful in finding something that will make you happy. And remember, your first job is not always going to be your always job. You can just use it as a learning opportunity to gain experience, and you can feel free to move on when a better opportunity comes along.